Now from X30 Mini, we go to X30 Mini Rookie. We have got a drama at the front end of the field. One of the drivers has put their hand up, so the kart has not been compliant in getting away from the line. But we're getting underway with our X30 Mini Rookie final here for the season opener here for Yami Series Benelux. It's due to be Lorenzo Sambur, and I think it might have been Memphis Schulman that was due to start on the outside of the front row. Might have put his hand up, so the 999 might be assisted on the grid right now. Marcus Engen-Assen from Norway will have Luxembourg's Philippe Massard alongside on row 2. It's an all-Belgian row 3 and 4 with Matteo Campobello, Mathis Piessens, Louis Patonut and Luterio Fernandez. It's an all-Dutch row 5 completing the top 10. We've had someone go off. That's the 912 of Dori Falconi due to start 13th. So row 5 is on Lorema and then Toby Terhar, Noel Mansberger and Amin Pantoli, who did win, who have had dramas but also have had success this weekend. Round out row 6. Falconi and Jack Harney round out row 7 ahead of Dorian Grandjean, Louclet, Manuel Laurent and Francois Collignon completing the top 9 rows. Completing the top 20, it's Denver Boz and Joshua Lorison with Sem Saslik, Tim Feldman, Axel Linders, Eloin Poissonnet, Louis Latours, Maxime Van Krijn, Victor Desenclos and Liam Buckley from Ireland, rounding out the 28-strong 14-row grid. Like with the X30 Mini final, the X30 Mini Rookies will compete over 11 minutes plus an additional lap. The red lights have been ignited on the starting gantry for their final race, so we will find out who will be our first winner of the weekend here at Karting Défagne International Raceway here at Mariembourg in southern Belgium. But Sambur having a great success, a 4th and then a victory in respective qualifying heats here today, has put the French driver on pole position. Drivers will now, well, Sambur's going to have to slow down and wait a little bit here because everyone else is trying to catch up. So it's going to be the case of, yeah, looks over the left shoulder as if to say, right, that cart needs to slow down to a crawl. So let's see what our race director decides to do. That's a cart, though. That is going to be, that's a full start. So they're going to go around again for another lap of this 1,380-metre circuit. The start wasn't quite cohesive, but Simon, it's always the case that the nerves when you are going for the win in the final are more than what's happened during qualifying and the qualifying heats.
Et voilà un tour supplémentaire de formation pour ces pilotes de la catégorie mini-rookie. Tout n'était pas réuni pour lancer cette meute d'une trentaine de pilotes dans cette finale. Ces jeunes loups, ils ont évidemment encore un peu d'expérience à se forger dans ces départs, puisqu'on le rappelle, ce sont les pilotes les moins expérimentés de tous les pilotes inscrits dans cette Yame Series Benelux, des pilotes âgés entre 7 et 10 ans. Et ici pour le départ, tout n'était pas réuni pour pouvoir les lancer. Alors les conditions sont maintenant vraiment très particulières. On voit vraiment une tache d'humidité à certains endroits et une trajectoire beaucoup plus sèche. Ce sera à surveiller, notamment dans les manœuvres de dépassement. On a ici eh bien, une trajectoire qui semble s'assécher de plus en plus, mais par contre à l'intérieur ou à l'extérieur, c'est parfois encore très piégeux. Allez, le départ en votre compagnie, Alex. Cette fois-ci, on devrait être parti.
Looks like it might be Lorenzo Sambur that might not be on the starting grid, but let's get things underway with the X30 Mini Rookie Final. Lights are on, lights are out, and there's going to be one driver that might get pinged for a 3-second time penalty. Just on the outside of the front row as the lights are out, we're underway. We have got a spinner off of turn number 1. That's the 917 Dorian Grandjean, again having dramas at the opening corner as the field makes their way into turn 3. Change for third possibly going to happen, but that could be more indicative of one driver lunging up the inside, one driver keeping it pinned to the outside as they go through turn 4, through into the fast right-hander here at turn 5 on the run to Chemin de Fer here at turn 6. X, but it looks like it is Memphis Schurman from the Netherlands that leads the way. Marcus Engan Assen rounding out. And the 979, Matthijs Piesens goes straight through the mud, straight through the water splash, and that Fusion Motorsport Benelux Progress Racing kart livery is a tad more dirty.
Matthijs Piesens très à l'extérieur là, à la sortie du virage de l'épingle du chemin de fer. C'est beaucoup de positions perdues de la part de ce pilote qui s'est lancé pourtant depuis le 6e rang. Alors on a vu ce départ un petit peu avec un peu de cafouillage lors du lancement de cette course, avec des pilotes qui n'étaient pas forcément bien placés dans leur couloir de départ. Il y aura donc certainement des pénalités à l'issue de cette course, alors qu'on a un pilote là qui doit en rester là. Il s'agit du pilote numéro 966. Il s'agit d'Axel Lenders qui démarrait depuis la 23e position sur la grille de départ. C'en est terminé. Je pense qu'il y a de la casse au niveau de la colonne de direction, ou en tout cas des trains avant. Ça, c'est une certitude. La course est terminée pour lui. Devant, c'est Memphis Schurman qui mène les débats.
Also, the fact that Lorenzo Samba didn't even take the start, that was the driver that had their hand in the air. So, 942 spins off. Big time. That's Jack Harney. And there's also another one that's just got off as well and just clattered into the front bumper, as if to say, what are you doing? Jack Harney had just literally said, well, Jack Harney's frustrated. The other driver, who I'm trying to catch the number, that's the 912 that has gone off the circuit as well. Nori Falcone has just gone off, just literally went. And we've also got a yellow flag on the approach into turn number 4. So there's going to be no overtaking. There's going to be a time penalty coming your way if you do overtake under yellows, normally 5 seconds. But at the minute, Memphis Schurman is leading the way. Change a little bit further back as the 948 of Ron Burma gets passed through into turn 3. Turn 2. That was the 987. Denver Boz, who started 19th and is slowly but steadily. That is now 8th place for the Flying Dutchman.
Il s'en passe des choses dans cette finale mini-rookie, avec des pilotes qui se font surprendre par les conditions, d'autres qui sont visiblement très à l'aise, à l'instar de ce numéro 987 qui réalise pour l'instant une très belle remontée. C'est Denver Boss là qui revient petit à petit dans le classement. Il est pour l'instant en train de mettre la pression sur le numéro 944. C'est Toby Torra qui est là sous pression, et ça va peut-être dépasser au bout de la ligne droite, alors que pour la première position, une superbe remontée, ou un superbe retour en tout cas, d'Amin Pantoli là, qui revient sur le leader de la course, Memphis Schurman. Qui de ces deux pilotes pourra s'imposer aujourd'hui? Eh bien, réponse dans un peu plus de 7 minutes.
Yeah, there's another yellow flag situation heading into turn 5. So Memphis Schurman in the 999 ahead of the 945 of Amin Pantoli. Also, Marcus Engan Arsen from Norway has dropped to 5th place behind Matteo Campobello, and, Sem Saslik has catapulted from 21st to 4th. That's 17 places gained, but with 6 minutes and 40 seconds on the timer, plus an additional lap. The battle for the race lead between the 999 from Signmind Racing. Memphis Schurman is against the 945 of the Team Scuderia Enzo karting entry of France's Amin Pantoli. Pantoli last time around was the quickest driver on the circuit, 1 minute 10.088. And look, Pantoli has got the lead from Schurman. Now we go onto another lap, and they're still next to nothing apart.
Changement de leader en tête de la course avec Amin Pantoli qui est passé en première position. 11 positions de gagné pour le pilote français. Depuis le départ, il a pris le meilleur sur Memphis Schurman. Alors le pilote français, on sait qu'il a déjà prouvé par le passé qu'il était rapide, qu'il avait le rythme, et il confirme ici. Va-t-il pouvoir prendre l'avantage, prendre de l'avance par rapport aux Néerlandais? C'est en tout cas ce qu'il va tenter de faire dans les prochains tours. Derrière pour la troisième position, on a Matteo Campobello là, qui est en troisième position devant Denver Boss. 15 positions de gagné. Superbe remontée aussi pour Sem Sazli qui est pour l'instant en sixième position. Ah, très très belle course de la part de certains qui démarraient de plus loin sur la grille de départ mais qui jouent clairement aux avant-postes dans cette finale.
There's also been some dramas for other drivers. The next big casualty, Lucle, may be retiring from this race. Jack Harney out, Nori Falconi out, Axel Leenders. Lorenzo Sambor didn't even make the start, who was due to start from the inside of the front row. But Banatoni has got a little bit of a lead with just under 5 minutes to go, plus an additional lap. We are down to 22 out of 28 drivers. Moritz Schurman not too far behind, but they are coming up to a back marker. It might be Liam, well, I'm not too sure. It might be Victor Desinclos from France in the 906 that's just ahead. So blue flags will be waving. Pantoli still keeping ahead of Schurman, but Schurman is not that far away. Nearly half a second is next to nothing. But Pantoni is going to try and get through. They're going to have to more than likely wait until the driver gets out of the way, and does so through the second to last right-hander. That was the 908 of Liam Buckley, who is actually still running on circuit, but that's given Pantoli a big advantage over Memphis Schurman, who has 4 minutes plus 1 lap to claw that gap back and go for the win in the X30 Mini Rookie Final.
Moins de 4 minutes avant l'arrivée de cette finale mini-rookie, avec un élément à prendre en compte pour Amine Pantoli, le leader de cette course, c'est la gestion du trafic. Le Français en tête de cette course va devoir être prudent au moment de dépasser les retardataires, malgré la présentation des drapeaux bleus. Attention à ne pas aller salir ses pneus, à ne pas aller dans la trajectoire humide pour le Français, pour ne pas perdre tout le bénéfice de ses efforts dans cette course mini-rookie. Ah, ce serait vraiment superbe pour le pilote français de venir s'imposer après être parti depuis, tenez-vous bien, la 12e position sur la grille de départ. Pour l'instant, il tient le bon bout devant Memphis Schurman. Il a le meilleur tour en course, une 09,666. Amine Pantoli qui est bien parti. Attention aux pénalités annoncées, notamment pour Memphis Schurman. 5 secondes de pénalité pour un mauvais départ, une mauvaise position de départ. Attention pour celui qui détient pour l'instant la 2e position. Il y aura peut-être une grosse pénalité à l'arrivée de cette finale.
But there's an even bigger penalty going the way of the 949 as we see an outside overtake round the outside at turn 1. That was absolutely brilliant. That was Joshua Larison, I think possibly on Francois Collignon going around the outside at turn 1. But Sem Saslik has been given a black flag. Not 100% sure why, but will be placed last in the final. So a big development for the 949 from Belgium, who's all the way up to 7th place. 14 positions gained and is closing in on the 937 of Louis Pertenot, but Sem Saslik may not have, well, is going to find out more than likely if there's been a warning of some description, or the black flag has been issued. That is for a significant transgression. So Sem Saslik is still going to race to the checkered flag at this point, but look ahead, there's going to be a move between the 944 of Toby Terhar and has got through on I'm trying to keep an eye on who's behind, but Amine Pantoli leads by 1.7 seconds. Memphis Schurman, even with that 5-second wrong starting position, will still hold on to second, but the 907 goes wide. Out of turn number 1, Lorison loses a couple of places. As a direct correlation, you know, you can throw so much momentum on that dry line, but if you end up going a little bit onto the surface, the slightly saturated surface on the circuit, you can see the dry and the wet lines here through turns 4 and 5. We've still got 50 seconds to go plus an additional lap. The wind has picked up to 24 kilometers an hour, and it's a northwesterly wind, 87% humidity. So the lower the humidity around the circuit here at Karting d'Ifagne, the less it's going to evolve. So we're at 87%, that's a 20% gain of what we had this morning during free practice. But with 25 seconds to go, Amine Pantoli on course to become the first X30 Mini Rookie final winner of the 2024 IAME Series Benelux season here at Karting d'Ifagne. The 945 with the Team Scuderia Enzo karting outfit goes through turn 4. 3, 2, 1, penultimate lap we're on now. The leader now makes his way through into turn number 6 at Chemin de Fer. You can really see the differential between the dry and the wet lines on the circuit. The racing line very much giving complete confidence to the driver and the kart underneath them. Next time around, we will have the last lap for the X30 Mini Rookie Final here at Mariembourg. So into the final right-hander goes Amine Pantoli from France. Started on 12th place outside of row 6 and now sees the sign. 1 lap remains in this final. We've got 2 more finals to go and has a comfortable lead. It was 2.7 seconds. It's nearly 3.6. So Pantoli again putting in another good lap. Yellow flags. There is one driver that has gone off and is the driver's walking away from where it happened. But Pantoli doing exactly what was required. And a couple of drivers starting to fall a little bit by the wayside as we seem to have a little bit more light in the sky above. But through into Chemin de Fer for the final time. It's Amine Pantoli who has done exactly what was required, made moves up the order and be in the right place at the right time. Now exiting out of Escargot. 2 more right-handers remain, and then the push to the checkered flag as the flag marshal waits on the start-finish line, out of the final corner, up the hill, over the crest, through the chicane. Félicitations, Amine Pantoli qui gagne ici dans la finale de X30 Mini Rookie en Mariembourg. Amine Pantoli takes the win by 5 seconds ahead of Memphis Shorman. 3rd place. Well, how's about this for a Cinderella story? From 19th on the grid, Denver Boz rounds out the top 3, but now it sets in. And I'm sure that the Team Scuderia Enzo karting crew that run Amine Pantoli will be celebrating once the driver comes into the pit lane. Toby Terhar 1 step away from the podium and had done great work in the qualifying heats earlier on. Matteo Campobello and Noel Mansberger round out the top 6. Sem Saslik does finish 7th on the road, but according to the announcements that we have seen on the live timing, will be placed last in the result in the final. Louis Patonot, Elouan Poissonnet, Rohan Burma round out the top 10 on the road. Marcus Engan Assen, who at one point was battling for the lead, finishes 11th ahead of Maxime Van Kreen from Belgium, who started 26th and finishes 12th ahead of Mathis Piessens. Manuel Laurent, Lutelio Fernandez, François Collignon, Joshua Lorisen, Philippe Massard, Tim Feldman, Louis Latours and Victor Desinclaut round out the 21 finishers. Dorian Grandjean, Liam Buckley, Lou Clé, Jack Harney, Nori Falconi, Axel Linders, and a big surprise, Lorenzo Samber had done all the work in the qualifying heats. Will end up 27th. But Amine Pantoli, hopefully very shortly, will be speaking to Simon Merguet in the interview area momentarily.